Done. Worked out. Okay. What? I don't care. It's not in my room. Good night. Alright, switch to the Dragon Switch Axe time. And then fight that creature. Okay. shit. I don't even know how that clipped her. That's so weird. This game's weird. Oh. Not what I was expecting. Remove. Yes. Wait, shoot. It's mad weird. Alright, back to this. Still Shogun's Senator, okay. Do I have any, like, solo Senators? I don't really want to do that one quest. I also have to switch my gear out mid-quest. I mean, I could just make a gear set for the elements. You know, that is something I can do. Oh my god. Oh. Ow. Yes, yes it is, good sir. I think I have just about as much sword and shields. Okay, never mind, I take that back. Yeah, nah. Half of these are from, like, base game meta, I'm not gonna lie. It's just Defender. This was something I used to get through base game story. Or get through low rank. This was just for funsies in base game. This was the best raw switch axe in base game next to Diablos one. Best fire base game. This was just a solid choice for starting high rank grinding. Best ice and base game. Competed for best raw and base game. Both of these were useful depending on what mixed set you were using base game, which is why I have two Valstrax Swaxes with different rampages. This was a third option for raw damage in base game. What else do I have? I think everything else I have from base game meta already got upgraded, like this one. This was previously base game meta. It's already upgraded because it was meta for Sunbreak for a bit. Is that it? I think that's it. Everything else was just me getting like power file and element file for every Switch Axe element. So I have like, you know, my dragon power file and I have like 2 dragon. Oh! Ooh, why'd that hurt? Ooh, that hurts. Why's that hurt? Anyways. Did I register this set? No. But yeah, that's at least the idea of the thought process. Half of them are ancient from base game, and the other half is new. And I made it just cause. I mostly just made it because I like power files more than element files in terms of just, I'm a boomer, I like power files. Element file, for whatever reason, I'm so like trained that I hear element file and I'm like, weak. Never use it. Type 1 if you know what I mean. Exactly, dude. Dude, back in the, we're boomers, dude. We hear element file Switch Axe? Disgusting. Why would you use that? Power file Switch Axe neuron activated. Oh, don't even get me started on exhaust file Switch Axe. Ooh. That didn't exist. Exhaust file Switch Axe didn't exist. If it had anything but power file, you pretended you did not see it. Parafile was funny, but Parafile, okay, this might just be me, but like, old element, like old status Switch Axes were mad weird, cause like, old dragon. Okay, Dragonfile is weird. I don't know why Dragonfile exists. I also don't know why, like, status files exist either. I'm not gonna lie. Cause, like, we have elemental files. At least we used to. Like, this is a poison file, element file dragon. Element file dragon. Dragon file. Why? Why is this a thing? Element file with dragon element. Dragon element, dragon file. Or sorry, dragon file. Just like why? More element file, dragon files. It activates NEB in axe mode. What is NEB? I don't know terminology anymore. Non-elemental boost? Oh, okay. So, worthless is what I'm hearing. because no one's been playing raw builds in Rise since launch. Even in like World, dude, because there's only 2 games with non-element boost, right? Even in World, you would just run like a stronger power file switch axe with more raw and no element if you were gonna go raw, or you would build like Blast or Para, or you would build element. There's absolutely... You never use axe mode in either, like, any monster game. You never use axe mode. Oh yeah, base game world was hilarious because Taroth Water was insane. Now I was on the boat of Taroth Horn. You might remember my fucking praising of Taroth Horn, and I was so mad because I could never get it on console. And when I did finally get it on console, I didn't care anymore because I was a PC player at that point. I was so tilted. Exhaust file. I'm glad they fixed exhaust file in Rise, but like, yeah, look at this sleep element. I don't think there's a sleep file in the game, but like, all right, here's paralysis parafile or parafile, where it's just like a paralysis. Oh wait, poison element file. Poison element. What used to be impossible? Parafile? Oh, I might have said it wrong. It's just paralysis on a weapon. Not paralysis on a weapon, paralysis file. But like, look. Poison power. We have fucking poison element, and then there's just poison file. Like, why? I'm pretty sure that was added in World, wasn't it? And it just makes no sense. Because I genuinely think that they should just, like, if you're gonna use the element, like the status specific files, you should just put the status on the weapon and then make the file give you an extra bonus. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, no, poison file is ancient, so is dragon file. I think paralysis file is also pretty old. But nah, like, Switch Axe makes no sense. I hate Switch Axe. I would personally like to go back to Frontier, where we have element and poison on a weapon, and we run abnormality, and then we run solid determination, and then from there we just do damage out the ass. Because solid determination would make everything weak to all elements by 5 points. Meaning everything could be weak to everything. And then you'd run, you know, abnormality poison. Oh, we did so much damage in that game. God, dude, abnormality is so cool the more and more I think about it, because it's just like, you do more damage every time you hit a poison proc, and then you get your poison procced, and then your poison does damage, and then once your poison's procced, you do even more damage. And because status is fucking sick in Frontier, you can continually put on more poison while the monster's already poisoned, meaning there's no escape. They are in a permanent state of poison. It's so good. I mean, this game you can do the same thing, but you don't have 100% poison proc, right? So it's just not as strong. There is the skill where if you dodge something you'll get 100%, but like, no one wants to do that. Oh. Okay. It's hilarious, dude. I mean, you don't even need to run full abnormality at that point. You can just run, like, one of the knockoff skills that just makes you do more damage. Or one of the, minor skills that just makes you do more damage. But part of the problem is, like, the best weapons in the game for multiple weapons were just poison weapons. So it was just like, everyone ran abnormality, or like one person ran abnormality and everyone else ran like the knockoff versions. But at that point you might as well just all run abnormality, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Most max Ravi weapons had fucking poison on them. Also, max Ravi weapon is inferior to, like, on some weapons, the Ravi weapons are just worse. I believe both Sword and Shield and Dual Blades use a N-Cafe weapon, and that's their meta. I know Dual Blades, it's because the N-Cafe weapon has, like, a multi-element element, and then it also has poison, and, like, has good slots on it, too, so it's just, like, you win. Yeah, I saw that tweet you made yet, the retweet. It has, like, 2,500 para, it's got, like, really good raw, really good sharpness. Even then, I don't even know if that's, like, the best Sword and Shield, because it can't abuse Element. And abusing Element is really fucking strong because of Solid Determination. And you know, that whole shebang where Solid Determination makes every weapon just do more damage, regardless of what element you have, even if the monster's, like, vaguely resistant. Oh, 100%, yeah. If you're not running if you're not running Magnet Spike in Hunting Road, that Sword and Shield is insane, probably. I hate that spin move. That spin move needs to be reworked entirely. The way its hitbox is registered is terrible. Two of those, honestly, you could probably get away with one. If your party's decent. Just run, like... I think if we want to be absolutely min-maxed, one Magnet Spike, one of those Sword and Shields, Tonfas for the raid buffs, and then, like, I'd say Hunting Horn for the raid buffs, but, like, smile. Yeah, Dual Blades. Dual Blades, Tonfas. I'd say Tonfas, because Tonfas pump if you're good at them. I'd say Tonfas, Dual Blades, Magnet Spike, Sword and Shield. Maybe a Switch Axe just for shits and gigs. But that's only because Switch Axe doesn't bring any status. And there's actually a decent Switch Axe that has a sleep file on it, I believe. Yeah, you could bring all three status elements, and then have just a Magnet Spike to cheese through monsters that aren't immune to it. Oh, there's the Centaur. I don't remember if it's a sleep file, or it's like an element file with sleep on it or whatnot, but it is an option. I know it's a thing. Otherwise, meta's probably, like, realistically, the meta's always just gonna be like 3 Magnet Spikes, right? Like, if we want to be super real, the meta's always just gonna be 3 Mag Spikes. and then like that Sword and Shield, or just 4 mag spikes even. MS is just too busted, yeah. It just does way too much damage. I think if we want to min-max... Okay, here's my next proposal. 2 Magnet Spike, 1 Sword and Shield, 1 Tonfa. Just because, like, Magnet Spike is so busted, and you can have 1 Magnet Spike go Impact mode and the other one go Cutting mode. I know Impact mode has, like, slightly less damage, but, like, it still does insane damage for no reason. Like, the lower tier monsters, you can legit count how many suplexes it takes to kill them. I know Raviente meta is, like, Bowgun, Hunting Horn, Magnet Spike, and then, like, Lance or something. There's like actual like mechanics in Ravi's fight where he'll become resistant to damage types the more he's hit by them. It's really funny. I don't have resources. One more time. You know, I know like the original Raviente meta was like heavy bowgun, hunting horn, hammer, and then like I think Lance. I think it was Lance. But Magnet Spike's introduction invalidated the use of hammer entirely. Because it just does more damage and it does the same exact job as hammer, you know what I mean? And not to mention you have the cutting mode, so you can also like if the like after, you know, you've done your stun and it's like resistant to impact damage, you can just swap to your cutting mode and do more damage. That's just busted. I think cutting mode is generally safer in terms of just like casual hunting. But like blunt mode, if you use it right, is so dumb. People don't usually do runs on it because it's not as, like, flashy, but, like, the utility blunt mode has is way too strong. And realistically, optimal Magnet Spike is, like, seamlessly switching between the two. How do they run out of gauge? How did he just suddenly go Mach 50? Stop! It's not funny anymore. Ooh, I'm clean with it sometimes. Man, I thought he was just gonna do the swing. For ZSD or not. I should carve that for its drop, but I'm lazy. Man, I need to like actually continue my Sword and Shield playthrough, or my second character. Actually, this is my third character. I made a character on let me actually pull it up. I forget what server it was on. But I heard good things about it. I was gonna play on Maze Lounge, but I heard I was helping my friend set up Frontier because they asked me. And I was gonna do Maze Lounge or Rainy's server. But I was looking at, you know, the server that has all the stuff for setting up Frontier. Yeah. And I heard Rainy's server kind of went downhill into, like, too much gacha. And Maze Lounge, there's just weird shit happening in Maze Lounge. Apparently some drama also happened with Maze Lounge and Pew Pew Dojo. And apparently that's why Maze Lounge isn't in the list anymore. Yeah, apparently one of the owners or leaders of Maze Lounge was harassing Pew Pew Dojers, harassing people on Pew Pew Dojo, so Maze Lounge got removed from the server list, or the public server list. But yeah, in my adventure to look for a good server, I heard good things about Renewal, or Renewal, US. So that's where my third character is right now, and haven't played much of it yet, but hopefully it's good. Wait, my character got deleted? What the heck? Wait, what the heck? No, 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 hold on. Okay, for some reason, when I signed up for Renewal, it made my character, it made my account name mhf.exe instead of Furno. That's so weird. That's actually mad weird. That's okay, I didn't actually do anything on the character, I just went and did like a single quest and then like was helping my friend set up stuff. Me and him were gonna play, but his controller isn't interacting with the game properly, so we didn't end up playing together. But it's okay. I'm used to playing these games alone at this point. Dude, Twitch keeps telling me to lower my bitrate when I'm literally using the, like, designated maximum bitrate. Like, hello? I'm using 6,000 bitrate, or 6,000 kbps bitrate, right? That is the maximum allowed bitrate on Twitch before Twitch starts bugging out, right? And Twitch is screaming at me that I'm going over it by like 500 kbps, and it's literally out of my control. Like, it's literally not my fault. Honestly, if it wasn't for Twitch being so, like, what's the word called? Established, I'd probably stream on, like, Twitch, not Twitch, Kick and YouTube. Until then, it's Twitch and Kick. I mean, not Twitch and Kick, Twitch and YouTube. Granted, Twitch is kind of a bad platform. but like not Twitch, Kick. They're literally the same thing. I don't know why we're pretending they aren't. Like, Kick literally uses the same exact video encoder, from what I've heard. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna lie, I genuinely dislike that the Apex monsters, sorry, knockoff Deviant monsters are, in my anomaly investigations now. I don't like that. Go back from whence you came, you freaks. You know, that's also been something else that's been, like, tilting me a lot in modern Monster Hunter. They'll, like, literally reuse a monster and then say it's a new one. And they've done this multiple times. Like, recently. This isn't even including the shit they did in World with, like, the one-eyed Jan Garuga or whatever it is. And the, like... That's just stupid. I'm sorry. Have I ever complained about you about the Mizusune subspecies? And, like, whatnot? Tell me I'm not the only one. Why is every single Mizusune subspecies is the same? Except from the lightning one that's in Monster Hunter Explorer, but that one's also the same because it's just blue and lightning instead of blue and fire. Like, hold on, I'm gonna pull it up after this hunt. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually so funny. They are all literally the same. It's so funny. Can you fall out of the air? That is like the 6th tail swipe you've done before falling. Like, holy shit, it's genuinely so frustrating. I really wish Monster Hunter had some, like, actual competition so that Capcom would have to try with their games again. Like, they can't just, you know, pump out just, like, buggy mechanics that don't work. Like Clutch Claw. They can't do stupid shit like wire bug counters. And then let, like, in a game where every other weapon's counter is tied behind a wire bug, Longsword exists. With, like, 4 different counters that are not tied to wire bugs. And then an extra counter that's tied to wire bugs. Like, why? Alright. Now I can pull it up. We're gonna look at Mizusune. Charge Blade feeling like shit for some reason. My thing with Charge Blade is I've just come to terms with the fact that B Team hates Charge Blade, right? Like, if literally, remember when it was unironically confirmed that, you know, Charge Blade had a glitch, a bug in Monster Hunter Generations? You remember that? The SAED in that game was supposed to hit 3 times on a focused point, right? You know how SAED is in that game, right? You know how it is. They didn't fix it, and they didn't fix it in GU for no reason. It was confirmed. It was data mined. Everyone knew, hey, this is a bug in Chargeblade. And they did nothing. They left it there. Alright. So here's every Mizusune subspecies, alright? Alright, Mizusune, purple bubble dragon, does water. Violet, wait, no, let's do this in order. Let's do this in order. Alright? I actually don't know if Thunder Bubble or Soul Seer came first. They came out around the same time, so we're just gonna, you know. I actually don't know. Maybe this one came first. 2015. Soul Seer's not gonna tell me. Okay, Monster Hunter XX release date. 2017. Okay, so Mizu. Wait. I think that's wrong. 2016. I think this is wrong. I think this is giving me the American release. Alright, here we go. Japanese. Okay, no, it's not. It's not. Japan. March 18th, 2017. Bruh, wait, what the heck? That's a thing? How do I fix that? I don't know how to change that. How do I... Here, I'll just like... Balling. They aren't spamming. Yeah. Just get roasted, Twitch. Alright. So, in this order, it would be Mizusune. Alright. Bubble Water Dragon. Pretty sweet, pretty cool. Love to see that. Up next, Thunder Bubble. Honestly, good. A step in the right direction right here. I wish more people knew about Monster Hunter Explorer, unironically. I'm so sad this game got shut down, and I'm so glad people are trying their hardest to get it private servers online for it. I'm so happy people are trying their hardest to get this game back online. I know people are also trying to get Monster Hunter Online, the Chinese game, back online, but I'll probably try it if they can get it online. That game did look pretty fun, I'm not gonna lie. It took a lot of interesting mechanics from both Frontier and Generations, and it just seems interesting. I never got to play it, though. Up next. So true. Up next, Soul Seer Mizusune. Alright, this monster, you know, it does water, you know, it does its normal little soapy bubble boys. But this time, it has the Sharingan. It has a Mangekyo Sharingan in the form of Amaterasu, so it can light the bubbles with soul fire. Apex Mizusune. Among Us, Among Us, Among Us! Up next, recolored Soul Seer. That's it. This is recolored Soul Seer. It's exactly the same as Soul Seer. It makes bubbles that are blue, that are made of fire. That's it. I don't even remember what color the fire in Soul Seer was. You know what? Let's do a little research. Alright. Okay, it did blue fire. It's alright. It's literally just the same thing but reskinned. It's exactly the same, but it's reskinned. And if you think more about it, blowing your mind right now. That's crazy how these are both blue, and this does blue fire. That's crazy. Up next, Violet Mizusune, and you're not gonna believe what this monster does. It's Mizusune. Fire. And it's blue. Like, oh, I don't even have this on. Oops, that's my bad. I was supposed to have this on the stream. I'm stupid. Look, alright. Mizusune. From Generations. Classic. Cool monster. Love it. Mizusune Thunder Bubble. From Explore. I wish I could have played Explore more, but my phone and my internet was too slow. Good game. I wish I could have played it more. I really cannot wait for people to get private servers up for that. Solcier. Alright, Mizusune. It's got the fucking Sans Eye. It's got fire bubbles. It's cool. And it's just a Mizusune, but what if it smoked a little crack cocaine? Pretty cool. Apex Mizusune. Literally a reskin of Solcier. It does the exact same mechanic. It is literally the same. It's just reskinned. And it's crazy how these reskins are oh so similar. Blue. Blue. Violet Mizusune. More fire bubbles. Blue. 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 Fire bubble. Fire bubble. Fire bubble. Honestly, I wish they brought this guy back. I don't know why they're so scared of Monster Hunter Explorer and Monster Hunter Frontier, like, getting brought into main series. It's like genuinely frustrating, because, like, these are both, like, really cool. Like, there's so many cool monsters in Frontier. And, like, fucking Explore, man. Like, dude, imagine if they gave us, like, I wouldn't be so mad about the Apexes if they just called them by their original names and didn't reskin them. Like, if the Apex Mizusune was just Solcier Mizusune, I wouldn't care. I was like, yo, the Deviants are back. That's awesome. I don't even care. Like, it sucks that we don't get the Deviant armors and weapons. But, like, you know, at least they're not literally copy-pasting and slightly reskinning it to be like, it's a different monster, guys, I swear. No, it's the fucking same. These are the same thing. So is this. This is also the same thing. Get out of here. Trash monster. But, like, seriously, dude, imagine if we got this instead of Violet. And been like, this is the first Explore monster we get. Like, that'd be so cool. Just Thunderblight Mizusune. That'd be badass. I think it mostly comes from people being salty that they can't actually play it. Like, I'm gonna be real. There was like two types of people. Okay, three types of people when it comes to Monster Hunter Frontier. The people who say it's bad because they cannot play it and they don't understand it. And then there's the people who don't understand it and did not get to play it and say, man, that looks awesome. And then when they finally get the chance to play it, they usually think it's the best Monster Hunter game ever made because it's just that fun. It feels that good to play. And then there's the people who have never heard of Monster Hunter Frontier, don't care what Monster Hunter Frontier is, and will probably never really care. And that's fine. But then there's the people, again, the first people I mentioned, the people who are mad that they never got to play it, so they go, oh, it looks bad, it looks stupidly difficult, it looks unfair, and you have to be literally perfect. It's like, no, you don't. Oh my god, dude, do you know how hard it is? Yeah, you do know how hard it is. No, weapon sprinting is so... Oh. I got into an argument with some dude on Fox Invictus server before I left that server because Fox Invictus is a cheater. I got into an argument with someone on that server about Unsheath sprinting breaking Frontier, and it's like, if you think Unsheath sprint breaks Frontier, you're delusional. You're just coping, just out the gate. No, I'm not even gonna lie to you. 5th gen dual blades are fucking dog shit compared to like EX dual blades in terms of just like weapon identity and the like game feel. Like just Frontier dual blades as a whole just feel better. The quick sharpening mechanic is just too nice, like straight up. Like unironically, the quick sharpen mechanic is such a game changer on dual blades. The dodges continuing your combo, dodges doing damage. You know, the sharpening thing. Dude, 3rd gen dual blades. No memes. 3rd gen dual blades are funny as shit. They are unironic. Demon Dance is so overtuned in that game. But nah, 4th gen is so like 4th gen dual blades are like such a solid framework. And then Frontier dual blades is just like sex. It doesn't even matter if it's like extreme style, as long as it's one of the styles that has dodges that do damage. Wait, dual blades aren't in try? That's whack. Hold on. Monster Hunter P3rd, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. 4G. They're in portable, like Freedom Unite. Oh. Wait, why is try weird? Huh? No, look at this. There's more than just... Dude, look at this. Huh? No hunting horn, no gun lance, no bow, no dual blades? That's insane. And people be sitting here like, guys, I want medium bowgun back. I want medium bowgun back. Dude, it's just light bowgun. Dude, okay, no, unironically, one of the funniest things in Monster Hunter... No, not MH now. No one cares about Monster Hunter now. Yeah, literally. Weapons, here we go. People talk about wanting medium bowgun back, right? And it's just like... Forget that, dude. Whenever I'm like, yo, there's 3 whole weapons that Capcom's been sitting on that they just don't use, right? And everyone's like, oh, you talking about medium bowgun? It's like, no. Why would I want that back? That's literally just, you put the damage mod on the light bowgun, or you put like a lightweight mod on the heavy bowgun, or like the fire rate mod, recoil mod, whatever. And boom, there's your medium bowgun, dude. Don't shut the fuck up. I want the 4 weapons that they're sitting on and not doing anything with: Excellax, Tonfas, Magnet Spike, Prowler. It's Excel, like accelerate. Like, dude, it's so cool. And they're just sitting on these. They're just sitting on these, dude. They're just in the content vault. That's it. They're just sitting in the content vault for no reason. Because Capcom doesn't want to. Because they're fucking losers. They're not actually losers, but you know, they're pussy babies. They're scared. Like, they just ignore, like, all 3 of the MMOs, man. All 3 of them, they just ignore them. I don't know why. Not the okay, the mobile game and the 3 MMOs, they ignore them. I genuinely do not know why they ignore them. It doesn't make sense. I'm praying Monster Hunter 6 has no 5th gen design. Oh my god, I'm so tired of 5th gen game design. If I have to sit here and have another monster that has like an instant roar that they just spam, I'm gonna be mad. Just straight up. I'm tired of that shit in World. There's remnants of it left in this game. No. Also that, yeah, I honestly would be happy if they just went back to like older game weapon combat. Like, it might just be because I'm a boomer, or because we're boomers, right? But like, I'm gonna say how I feel. That's just how I feel. Because like, even if I don't like the game, I'll probably go back and play it anyways, you know? Or I'll play it anyways, at least beat the game, probably grind on it for a little bit. But like, you know, if I don't like it, I'll probably quit the series. That's fair. Honestly, I thought you played 4 Ultimate before World. I feel... maybe I'm a little crazy. What quest is this? OP Apex Arzuros Royal Ludroth. Man, how that changed, didn't it? How that changed. That's hilarious. See, my first Monster Hunter game was the Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate demo. See, I don't even think World is fast. I just think World is just fucking obnoxious. My problem with Rise being too fast in certain areas is, certain monsters are actually just too fast for the hunter to keep up. And I get a lot of people have been complaining about the difficulty in Monster Hunter games getting, like, kind of skewed into the favor of the hunter. Because we just keep getting stronger and the monsters aren't really getting stronger, but it's like... have you ever considered that, 1, we're getting better, 2, we are getting new tools that are stronger and way more OP? But at the same time, like... that shit's fun sometimes, man. And like, I feel like a prime example of a monster that's just gone too far is like Malzeno and Primordial Malzeno, where they literally just teleport. And it's like, it works in Frontier because we actually have iframes, right? If a monster teleports in Frontier, it's 1, insanely predictable. 2, you know, you have iframes, you have parries, you have... like, Magnet Spike literally has a get-out-of-jail-free card. Fucking Tonfas also have, like, a get-out-of-jail-free card, right? So, like, most weapons have a billion resources that are free that you can get out of jail with teleports, right? But you can't get out of Malzeno's teleports unless you're like a counter weapon, or you're like insanely like tweaked at countering, because you can't dodge it unless you sheath your weapon and just run away. All weapons might have a counter, but not all counters are built equally. That's my problem with Rise. Like, Switch Axe and Sword and Shield's counters both cost 2 wire bugs, right? But like, Switch Axe's counter comes off cooldown so much faster. It also is harder to get punished while using it. Yeah, Longsword literally has like 4 or 5 counters, and only one of them costs wire bugs, right? So it's like... Oh, 2 of them cost wire bugs. My bad. That makes such a big difference, doesn't it? I know one of the 2 counters costs, what is it, 2 wire bugs to the Serene pose. Oh, okay, Tempered Blade. Man. And it's like, you can use those wire bugs with, like, without any concern, right? Because, like, you still have, you know, you still have Eye Sheath, you still have, at any point during your... Jesus. You still have Eye Sheath, you still have Sacred Sheath. You have all this just random counter bullshit that you can just do for free. You have... Oh yeah, you have the funny Fade Slash dodge, whatever it's called. I don't remember what it's called, but you know the one. The one where you press Spirit Gauge and circle mid-combo and you go and then you counter. That one. And then people try to be like, oh, but it costs Spirit Gauge, it costs Spirit Gauge. Shut up. You literally have so many ways to get Spirit Gauge on Longsword now, it doesn't matter. You have a Hunter art that just straight gives you Spirit Gauge. You have so many resources to get Spirit Gauge. If you land a counter, you get Spirit Gauge. Like, hello? Like, Longsword is literally unacceptable. Like, I feel like all the people that are like, oh, the monsters are just so much weaker now, are like literally all just Longsword players. Oh yeah, no, Ice Stance was a mistake. I don't think that should have been added to the game at all. It incentivizes like a really lame playstyle. I feel like Foresight is like... I like Foresight, right? Because, you know, it takes all of your Spirit Gauge, and if you land it, you get to just do a Spirit, like, you know, if you do it right, you get a fucking gauge back. It's effectively just trading all of your gauge, and instead of doing a full combo, you just do the 2 hits. Probably. But I feel like, in terms of, like, counterbalancing, like, at least free counters... Yeah, no, that is pretty crazy. How did that hit me? Hello? I don't like this monster. That's just crusty. Something else about the counters. Yeah, I like EX Longsword a lot. You also do have your you have that one evasion skill that you can also use instead of the parries. The one that's like, you know, the one that like, it's literally just a normal dodge, but like it does damage and it keeps you stationary, but it's kind of tricky to time. And it can also be used for combo extensions. Yeah, yeah. I like that move. That move is cool. I feel like it's a little too hard to execute, but that's also because I'm not a longsword player. Like, in terms of my like longsword preferences, I think my favorite like potential style of longsword would be like, you know, Brave Styles counter, and then like Brave Style. Actually, you know what? Yeah, Brave Style longsword is still the sickest longsword ever. Actually, as much as I like EX longsword, and I think it's a way better longsword than modern longsword, a 5th gen longsword, Brave Style longsword is just actually too fucking cool. Why did I get comboed? I didn't even get to, like, I was literally mashing the escape button and then didn't fucking do it. Yeah, you can't spam it either. I really like the balance of Brave Longsword. Fucking Roggy. Fuck off. Like, looking back at just like the styles of Longsword that were really fun, just classic guild style in Generations was just solid and fun. You could use Serene Pose with it, so you had a counter, and it wasn't an OP counter because you actually had to like build up to it. Valor style longsword, unironically the coolest, most fun version of longsword ever made. And you had 2 counters because it was Valor style, not counters, but you had 3 ways to deal with attacks. You had the Valor dodge. Yeah. You had the Valor dodge, you had the parry, and then you had your normal dodging. And that shit was just so clean, actually. It's just like such a hard like conversation to have about like which longsword is the best, or would like be the most fun to play in the long run. And this is why I think styles need to come back again. What is that? Yeah, I think that too. I think I want the pokey and I want the like funny meme step. Yeah. Because I will say EX Longsword does have the problem of being spammable. Like the parries on all the weapons in that game were pretty spammable. But I do like the multi-hit thrust, that's really cool. And I also like the weeb, the weeb blink, and also the like, you know, the 3-hit move, the Sakura slash thing, whatever it is. You know, like the secondary spirit gauge that we have, that we fill up, and if we sheath our weapon, it goes away. But it does like a lot of damage and it's really fast. Blade Dance? Whatever it's called, that thing is cool as hell. And I'm actually shocked there's no like equivalent to it. I also find it really funny that, like, Longsword's design philosophy from, like, Frontier to Rise and World has changed so much, where, like, Rise, like, 5th gen Longsword is, like, it's built around sheathing, right? And then, like, Frontier Longsword is, like, if you sheath, you're a nerd. I hate this game. What? Do something. Alright, just keep reading inputs. God. This is peak example of why the counters that involve entering the stance are so lame, man. You enter the stance and you're like, okay, the monster's gonna do something now, because it's been doing stuff non-stop. And you enter the stance, and then the monster just stands there until your stance is gone, and then it does something when you're in the recovery frames. Like, that's not fun, dude. Granted, I should have stopped holding the parry, not the parry, the counter stance at some point, but still just like, the fact that I am incentivized to just sit in that parry stance. Just sit there and wait for it to do something. The fact that that's a thing that, like, I am at all wanting to do is disgusting, and I don't think it should be that way ever. Because it just, like I said, it just incentivizes a lame playstyle. It's weird. Because it's like, part of the reason Frontier feels so good is because you're constantly doing something, you're always doing something. The only time you stop moving is if you need to properly time a dodge. Or if you stop attacking is if you need to properly time a dodge. Or a parry. One or the other. But this game is like, you literally just stop moving. You just stop doing everything to enter parry stance. And hope it works. Also, hi anyone who is lurking the stream. Welcome. Sorry you have to listen to me complain about 5th generation Monster Hunter. I'm a boomer. Still playing it because I love Monster Hunter, but I can't help but go, man. That's me, dude. I kind of stopped being excited for Monster Hunter games after Rise came. Actually, no. I was not excited for Rise at all. But that was because of, Iceborne really rubbed me the wrong way. But, what's it called? I actually really liked base game Rise. Yeah, pretty much. I really like base game Rise, right? I played a lot of that. So I was actually kind of excited for Sunbreak, right? And then Sunbreak came out. And it was not. Okay, no. Okay, now I remember. I don't think they messed it up with 2 skills. I think they messed it up with, just, again, I generally think it's just a counter system. Where, like, every weapon has at least 1 counter. I don't think... I still don't think that's a problem. Because there's still, like, sets that encourage you to play on just one scroll, right? Like, Dereliction. Do I have a Dereliction set? I think I deleted my Dereliction sets. Oh, I have Archfiend. Yeah, like Dereliction. The skill encourages you to stick to one scroll the entire time. Unless you need to heal. Mail of Hellfire also makes you stay on one scroll. Granted, nothing really stops you from staying on one scroll, but it's encouraged not to. I don't feel like the benefit of the other scroll is enough, though. That's the problem. Unless you're a weapon where you need to have, like, two Hunter Arts, like, or two Hunter Arts in the same slot. I don't think it really does a lot. Like, at least the weapons I play, like Sword and Shield, you don't really use the second slot or the second scroll at all. You just stick to the one that gives you the damage boost. Well, that's just Longsword. We've already talked about how Longsword is fucking retarded. Well, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to say that on stream. Well, the thing with Longsword is Longsword's the exception, right? Longsword's just stupid. Because you want both Sakura slash, you want... Let's see. Longsword. Let's see. Because you want Duran double slash, you want Spirit Recognition. Actually, no, you don't want... Yeah, you do. But you probably want both of these just cause it's cool. You definitely want Soaring Kick. You want Serene Pose and Harvest Moon. And you want Silkbind Sakura Slash. So Longsword's like one of the few situations where like it's actually just like better to have both. But even then, half the time you're only going to be swapping out Harvest Moon and Serene Pose, and then Silk was like Soaring Kick, Sakura Slash, right? Oh yeah, you can also swap Sakura for Tempered, you know. You can literally do like... This is one of the few weapons where it's actually a game. But like... At least in my like experience. But like Switch Axe, at least as of now, the only benefit you get out of having two scrolls is Wire Step. And Wire Step is like matchup dependent. You only use this because it's better. You only use this because it's better. If you're weird, you use this because it's fun. These don't really matter. Overhead Slash is a little bit better, I feel, because it's a good gap closer. You only use these two. You only use Wire Step and Soaring Wyvern Blade. And Wire Step is matchup dependent, so is Invincible Gambit, and then you only use Elemental Burst Counter. Switch Charger is a scam now. You don't use it anymore. You can use it, don't get me wrong, it's still a really strong skill, but you don't use it anymore. Because it takes too much time, it's not safe in like high-end fights. Like you know how fucking this game is played, you just counter spam. You fucking do a few hits when it's safe, and then the moment it's no longer safe, you enter your counter steps. Just wait. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's... The only thing that's worth changing on this weapon is Soaring Wyvern Blade to Wire Step or Invincible Gambit, depending on what you're fighting. So, from what I've seen in Dual Blade speedruns as of now, you only use Silk Sharpening on one scroll, and then you swap and you use the Spiral Slash and the Shrouded Vault. You don't even use the kunai stab. It's just not worth the time. It's not worth the wire bug. That said, I do like the kunai stab playstyle. It's really funny. Kunai stab spiral slash playstyle is really funny. I don't think it's as viable anymore since they removed the rampage perk of where is it? This, I think it's these. Yeah, Silkbind boost. This isn't a thing anymore, so the Silkbind playstyle isn't really good. Here, I'll give my example of Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. This is it. There might be, but I haven't seen it. But yeah, no, this is the Sword and Shield setup. Drill Slash is bad. This is preference. This is better. Drill Slash was cool. Drill Slash is cool, but it's not good. I believe Twin Blade combo is better for elemental damage. Yeah, no, I wish Drill Slash was better too. You only use Metsu and Windmill. Straight up, you only use Metsu and Windmill. Destroyer Oil is a scam. I've seen people try to cope and say it's good, but you can't even, like, swap scrolls with it, to my knowledge. Windmill and Metsu are literally the same. One's just an iframe and one's just a counter. Problem of Sword and Shield's dropped off in terms of usage since, fucking Ding Dong happened. So, if I recall, Destroyer Oil. Okay, yeah, you can skill swap for Destroyer Oil, but like, why would you? Ooh, you can break apart faster. Ooh, you can get a flinch easier because you broke apart faster. Oh, so it's, 1 second. It's this. The Twin Blades combo enables you to do this infinite combo that, if I remember correctly, is better on Elemental Sword and Shield. There's another infinite combo. This one's better for physical. If you use this combo, then it doesn't matter if you pick Shield Bash or the Fast Blade. But this one's better for Element. And that's just how it is. Metsushiro Yugeki, we all know what Metsushiro Yugeki is. It's literally busted. It's actually kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. Or I say it's bad in the way that it's fallen off in its utility. It's still very strong, but a lot of the high tier monsters are kind of quirky, and they will just not get hit by it because they move around too much, or you know. As it turns out, it's a very committal move as well, the Metsushiro Yugeki, so you can like do a Metsushiro Yugeki properly and then just get hit out of the air, and it it sucks. It feels really bad. It kind of blows because like I was really into Sword and Shield when this game first launched, because like I didn't like Switch X, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna play Sword and Shield because Sword and Shield feels good. You know, it's fast, it does decent damage, it's got a lot of utility. Oh, you need to do like this like bomb combo. But like, Honestly, if I do go back to Sword and Shield, I'm probably gonna swap to using the Windmill the more I think about it. It also has like a faster cooldown than the Metsushiro Yugeki. For the most part, at least. I liked base game Rise Insect Glaive. I thought it was pretty funny, just being a Dragoon, doing Star Diver over and over. I haven't tried it in Sunbreak yet. Because I've been trying to, like... at first I was trying to pick a weapon that was fun and felt good. Which was Sword and Shield. But that ship has sailed, my good sir. Yeah, I know it has that one homing attack move that's really good. You do the homing attack move with like Stardiver and it's really strong. But the base game Rise playstyle was mostly grounded, but it was kind of lame because the rest of your moveset did no damage. So you would just spam this one like single button combo over and over because it did the most damage, and then whenever your wire bugs were back, you would just do Stardiver. And that was base game Insect Glaive. It was fun because it was mostly grounded and it did decent damage, but also that, yeah. I mean, Helicopter was kind of just bad to begin with. I never liked Helicopter. I know a lot of people liked Helicopter because it's fun, but like... It looks fancy, it feels cool, but like it was really bad in like World. It got slightly more use in Iceborne and Rise base game. Exclusively because it boosted the damage of Stardiver in Rise. If you did like 3 or 4 of the aerial thingies, and then did Stardiver, it would do more damage. So it was actually kind of useful to like, if the monster bounced too far away from you, you could low-key get away with using the Helicopter into Stardiver. Yeah. It made Stardiver really, really strong. But, that's just kind of that. Yeah. Half of my Insect Glaive playstyle in Rise was just looking down and praying. Man, I'm so tired of doing anomalies, I'm not gonna lie. Afflicted Rajang. I mean, I was going to, but I also wanted stuff to do to amuse myself. I at least want to do, like, pretend I'm doing some farming for, like, just cheat and stuff, you know? I don't think Rise's base game Rise endgame was that bad. I only say that because it didn't really have an endgame. So you would just, you know, do Valstrax and then you were kind of just done. You could go play other games. People talk about not having an endgame like it's a bad thing, but it's not always a bad thing. I spent a lot of my, like, air quotes endgame and Rise just grinding out, like, random sets for memes, and, I actually did do the Rampage quests. Let me see. Where's the Rampage quest one? Yes, sir. I had that. Beat Rampage quests. Dude, everyone I know hates Rampages, and I'm just like, dude, you're just playing them wrong. And ironically, so many people I knew just played Rampages wrong, and that's why they didn't like them. Nah, dude, that game mode was lit. You would bring, like, light bowgun with pierce ammo, and then whenever the counter gong goes off, you just fucking pump. You just, like, one-shot things with, like, 300 damage pierce ammo. Or pellet. Whichever one you wanted. It was hilarious, dude. If you brought a Blade Master weapon... Nah, dude, that's not, like, once every 5 minutes. It's chill. You can have one up that was, like, every few minutes. So chill. Unironically though, just like Pierce Bowgun was so funny. Especially Pierce Light Bowgun, because you just like mobility around like a tweaker and just fucking pierce everything. If you brought Blade Master weapon, you're trolling yourself. Blade Master weapon in Rampage is boring as all shit. You brought Bow to Rampage? Also trolling. I've played pretty much every weapon in the entire series, at least in 4 Ultimate. My 5th gen guild cards are like... This is what my 5th gen guild cards look like all of them, unironically. I think in World I had more Gunlance and Lance uses. I don't really use Greatsword because I don't like 5th gen Greatsword all that much. But like... I could probably have more heavy bowgun use, I just haven't gotten around to it in Rise at all. I don't want to play bow. I liked bow in World. I know it's basically the same, but like... I don't know how bow works in this game. I don't touch the blunt weapons anymore. I don't touch the blunt weapons. I don't care how much people try to, you know, shitpost and be like, oh yeah, Hunting Horn's fantastic. Yeah, I don't... Both bludgeoning weapons are just not good, in my opinion. Hammer's been struggling to keep up since, like, 4. Hammer's been struggling to keep up with the other weapons since, like, 4. Granted, it didn't have the, like, struggle bus of Gunlance and Lance. I just stopped liking Hunting Horn after 4 Ultimate because it just feels weak. So here's the thing.
Everything dethroned Hammer as the KO king. Everything. Everything. Sword and Shield KOs better than Hammer. Bow KOs better than Hammer. Charge Blade KOs better than Hammer. Great Sword KOs better than Hammer. Hell, Lance might as well KO better than Hammer. Oh yeah, no, Insect Glaive also KOs better than Hammer. Both of the bow guns KO better than Hammer. I'm pretty sure Switch Axe, Exhaust File Switch Axe, KOs better than Hammer. The only weapons that don't KO better than Hammer: Dual Blades, Gun Lance, Long Sword. That's it, actually. That's it, yeah. And if we go back to, Monster Hunter World, everything KOs better than Hammer because of Impact Mantle. You can see why I don't play Hammer. Literally everything else does its job better. Punishing Draw, also known as Sheath Control. That weapon, that actually made everything KO better than Hammer in the older games. You could do Sheath Control Dual Blades, Sheath Control Insect Glaive with Blunt Kinsect, Sheath Control Longsword Valor Style. You could do unsheathed counters into a Punishing Draw. Great Sword, Sheath Control Great Sword is iconic. I'm so sad that playstyle is gone. Or like OG, like, 4th gen Great Sword. No, before Ultimate and 3rd gen Great Sword was. I love Sheath Control Great Sword. That was so much fun. But yeah, no, that's why I don't play Hammer. Literally, in the time it takes for my friends that play Hammer to get to the hunt, I can put down a bomb and proc my own Metsushuryu Geki and KO the monster in one hit. In the time it takes for the Hammer player to unsheath their weapon. Come on, dude. Remember when Bow in World could chain KO things? And then they nerfed Bow, specifically targeting Bow, and there was an entire patch notes on Iceborne that was just nerfing Bow, nerfing Bow, nerfing Bow, reduced KO damage, nerfing Bow. And it was still the strongest weapon and the best KO weapon in the game? Me too. Me too. Me too. And this is why I don't play Hammer. So I got Risen Crimson Glow Valstrax. Dude, you didn't even need Impact Mantle. You just do Arc Shot Pebbles and then just shoot the monster's face for a bit. And you could do multiple Arc Shot Pebbles and just AFK in a row. You could do multiple in a row and win. It was so busted. So funny. But then you also had exhaust coating depending on your bow, so you could do even more KO damage with the Impact Mantle. Hello? And people wonder why I don't play Hammer? It's slow. It's doesn't do its job anymore. And it doesn't do enough damage. I'm sorry.
Do I want to do this monster? I really don't want to fight Valstrax in this game, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did Primordial Malzeno. And that fight, I feel like it was better than normal Malzeno. But that might also just be because I'm using a mod to make Switch Axe actually playable. And when it enters its teleport transformation, that was not a fun fight. Because it teleports way too fast. Like, it's insane how fast it teleports, actually. Oh, an attacking frame 1/. That's so cool. I love that. Have you done Risen Shigaru yet? How's that fight? It looks pretty similar to, like, Frontier Shigaru, but not as crazy. Alright, that's good. Shockingly, I kind of liked Risen Teostra, but that also might just be because I'm using a mod to make Switch Axe's counter instant. So take that with a grain of salt, I suppose. Keep in mind I didn't say auto counter. If it was auto counter, I'd be chilling, but it just makes it so you don't have to sit, you don't have to wait for the build up, like you know how you have to enter the stance first before you can press the Switch Axe counter? It just removes that, it just lets you instantly press the counter. You know, like it should have been. Yeah. I was expecting way worse, maybe that's what happened. I really don't like Teostra in 5th gen at all, so I might have gone into it expecting significantly worse. But like, honestly, I'd put it up there with like Toa Tezuka Tora in terms of my Teostra family tier list. I think yeah. Honestly, I feel like it just kind of felt like a normal Kushala Deora, but that also might just be because, again, I'm using a mod. I mean, actually using like two gameplay affecting mods. One to give my character, or one to give the base dodge more iframes, and am I dead? I should be. I have a mod that's giving me 20 iframes on the normal dodge, or normal dodges, and one that's, you know, as I said, honestly, better fight overall, I'm not gonna lie. I think they kind of realized if they do a Kushala species that's like Arc-Tempered Kushala again, no one's gonna like it. The best Kushala species is still Garuba though, unironically. You know what? Why is it the best versions of the like primary Elder Dragons in the series are from Frontier, and it's not even like the original versions? It's like they're like ancestor and cousin species that's better. Yeah, their origins and burst species are unironically better fights. Like even in Frontier, like I don't really care for like I don't like Teostra in Frontier. I don't really care for Kushala in Frontier. I do think it's one of the better variations of Kushala,
I cannot seem to say about the Teostra. Honestly, I don't really care about the Crystal Blight because it's really easy to just not get hit by him. Also, I unironically think his Supernova is like the coolest in the series. Now, if I were to list monsters that did have Crystal Blight and I do think are annoying, Akura Jabaya, you know, the two scorpions. And then, the Crystal Phase on Shifting Miru. I love Miru's fight, but Crystal Phase is so... just... it's so hard, man. It's so difficult. Like, I feel like it is fair. It's not that hard to predict. It's just really difficult. I've managed to kill Shifting Mira at least twice, I think. But I've only been able to do it with Tonfas. Abusing Aerial and Tonfas on Shifting Mirror is pretty funny. Shockingly, I haven't done it with Magnet Spike. I haven't been able to do it with Switch Axe or Dual Blades, because Dual Blades are actually insanely hard to play in that game. Despite how strong they are, they're actually really hard. You know, they actually have like a skill ceiling and a skill floor. Modern video games wouldn't know what those are. Yeah, it's about dodging and never getting hit. Because if you get hit, your damage just drops so hard. It's like the other thing with Dual Blades is not only do you have like... you have a, you know, have your sharpening mechanic, which increases your damage as long as your combo goes. So if you drop your combo, you have to reapply that. And you need to keep your demon mode up, or else, you know, your demon. Oh yeah, you get hit and your demon mode drops off if you get hard knockbacked. So you lose that damage boost. So you have to redo your damage boost on your demon mode. You have to redo your sharpening damage boost, and that's not even talking about all the like armor skill damage boosts you have, right? Like you have Vampirism's damage boost. You have you know, Thunderlord, you have, I can't remember what it's called, is it Ceaseless, or, yeah, Rush Ups, Stylish Assault, Thunderclad, there's that one more, there's one more damage perk, it might actually be Rush, but like, I have to go look at the skill list. I don't remember what it's called, but I know there's a skill that increases based off of parries and dodges. I don't really care about Vigorous, honestly. Like when I'm thinking about like actual meta in Frontier, I'm thinking about like Adrenaline. So, you know, if you are doing Adrenaline run, getting hit is literally game over. Go again. And there's a reason that meta became a thing. It's because everything did so much damage that getting hit would just kill you, so what's the point of having HP? Literally... yeah, I think it was Furious. But it would like give you a damage buff when you parried. It would give not damage buff. It would stack a damage buff when you parried or dodged or just like hit the monster. and if you got hit, it would immediately fall off. Just like Vampirism, but Vampirism only worked when you were hitting the monster. Oh yeah, there was also Point Breakthrough. Point Breakthrough is also a thing. I actually really like Point Breakthrough. It's kind of weird because like Point Breakthrough is effectively what Clutch Claw was doing in Iceborne, but instead of it being like, oh yeah, you need to use this or else you just do less damage, right? It was like, oh yeah, here's a reward for actively hitting the monster's weak spots. And if you weren't able to actively hit the weak spots, it'll be slightly easier, because now you do a little more damage on the not weak spots, right? And yeah, it didn't stop the flow of combat. It was seamless. It was perfect. And I don't know why it's gone. Oh yeah. I know this isn't on Dual Blades, but there was also, you know, Obscurity, the original guard boost, or the original guard attack skill, where if you parried or blocked something, you'd get a damage boost until you got hit. Man, there were a lot of skills in Frontiers that worked until you got hit. And it actually worked because you had so many tools to just not get hit. They tried to add some of the like evasion proc skills and you know, this works until you get hit skills and like Rise and Sunbreak, and it doesn't feel as good. Like when they added oh, I forgot to restock. When they added yeah, if Rise actually had functional iframes, it would be fucking awesome. There's a reason I'm modding the iframes from like 8 FPS at 60 to 20 FPS at 60. Because it makes the game playable. It makes the game playable. And as you've seen, if you've been, you know, watching me dodge things every now and again, it's not overpowered. I'm still getting hit when I'm trying to dodge things because I'm bad. As it turns out, most moves in this game... Oh, hey, guess what? Do you want to know how many iframes you get if you have evasion plus 5 in this game? So at 60 FPS, you get 16 iframes. At evasion 5. At evasion 5, you get 16. God. I'm Swirebug. This counter actually feels so much better when it's instant, like on God. I will say one skill I really like that's unique to Rise. I like this not Wind Mantle. what's this thing called? The Tempest, the Amatsu skill. I think that's actually a really cool skill. Yeah, Heaven Sent. I'd even like to say that this skill is up there with like my favorite skills in Monster Hunter Frontier. I just think it's a really chill skill, like. Just like don't get hit and then you get like infinite stamina. And you get infinite sharpness, and you can skill swap to, you know, have like a quick restore of like cleansing and whatnot. Oh, and okay, there is another thing I like about the skill swap. I just wish this was a default thing for the skill swapping, the scroll swap. I like the redirection skill that makes your scroll swap into like an adaptive aid. I just wish it was like not forced to be a 2-point skill and didn't cost so many like deco slots. On top of that, I do also like the I also like the food skill that heals you when you skill swap. I like that it's like just a general quality of life food skill. I think that's a really good one. Yeah, no, I might invest into that. Yeah, I know Heaven Sent cleanses ailments as well. Which is why it's also like, if you were to pair it with one of the things that heals you, it's even better. I will complain, I really don't like the lifesteal skills in this game. I don't think Bloodright, at least the ones that I've used, I've only used Bloodright. I think Bloodright is like actually a scam. Like it's really strong, it's just like, after using Vampirism, it's just like, come on man. Just give me Vampirism. I like Bloodright just because it's the only lifesteal in the game, but just give me Vampirism or just a life augment. Like, fuck off. I don't know why they're so scared of having lifesteal. Cause like, lifesteal is just like, okay, here's the problem. I get why they don't want to do lifesteal. It's because lifesteal in World was like literally mandatory on like everything. It's almost because it was mandatory, because if your weapon had super armor, or if your weapon, you know, could get hit because it wasn't longsword, it was kind of a thing where it let you get hit and just continue the flow of combat. It would let you take chip damage. Or just, you know, make it like Vampirism, where it's not a lot of healing unless your weapon is like insanely strong. And what was the other thing it did? It would it had a chance to just not give you heals when you hit the monster. I think that one's chill. That's just me, I might be biased. So like, they could have just given us Vampirism and it would have been fine. But they're like, no, you have to break a monster part and it only heals you if you hit the broken part. I know Bloodlust heals you when you like cleanse the frenzy, but like, forget that. Okay, buddy. Literally unreactable.
No, I don't know why they're so scared of life augment or like life steal in this game. Like, it makes the game so much more comfy, it makes the game so much more playable, and on like Switch Axe, where a lot of the playstyle revolved around like face tanking things with like, you know, they made Invincible Gambit, and it's literally scam Gambit. Because you use Invincible Gambit and you just die. You get stunned through it and then you just die. Because it doesn't stop you from getting multi-hit. And it also doesn't stop you from getting stunned. And it also doesn't stop you from getting one-shot. ZSD is also a death sentence in this game, since it literally glues you to the monster. You can just get one shot while you're glued to the monster. Or you can get multi-hit and just instantly die because you're glued to the monster. And there's no life steal, so you can't like try to heal through it, and it doesn't have any mitigation. Okay, I just remembered something. So we all know Longsword's busted in this game, right? As we know. You know what I just remembered, dude? About Longsword in this game? You're gonna blow your mind if you didn't remember it already. On top of it, so you know how it has that new unsheathing move that's like replaces the standard unsheath? What is it called? Drawn double slash. This move is stupid. I hate this move. It has super armor and it has damage mitigation. Why does Longsword get literally everything? This move is free. It is literally just unsheath your weapon. It has damage mitigation. It has super armor on top of the damage mitigation. Why? It's not even a heavily committal attack. This is a fast attack. This is literally your unsheath. This is your draw attack. Meanwhile, go back to Switch Axe. Let's see. Your two moves that have super armor, right? Invincible Gambit. Invincible Gambit. Insanely committal. Moves you around a ton. Super armor. No mitigation. You get hit during this, you're dead. ZSD. Zero Sum Discharge. Insanely committal. Super armor. No mitigation. Why? Like, that just doesn't make sense. At all to me. That they would give mitigation to a weapon that doesn't need it. I don't know. Yeah, because I'll be the same. See, I like the, like, movement in 5th gen. I think the movement in 5th gen feels really good. I think a lot of the weapons that got, like, fixes to not feel as stiff also. I like that part of 5th gen. But just, like, the weapon design is so skewed for no reason. Like, Longsword is literally just set up to win. Like, even if you're not good at eye counters,
You have Serene Pose. You have Foresight Slash. You have Sacred Sheath Counter, or whatever it is. See, part of the problem, in my opinion, on that is like some weapons' core designs got changed, and then like other weapons just got remixed, and the remixes were terrible. Like, I really liked Switch Axe when World came out. I thought it was like really cool. It felt really sick. ZSD was brutal. Like, let's see, weapons that stayed the same but just got worse. Switch Axe. Dual Blades. Yeah, bowguns are literally all reward, no risk. Because they're able to move, like, I'm okay with it like weapons being a lot of reward with no risk, but it's just like, it's just stupid when you have weapons like bowgun, light bow, heavy bowgun, light bowgun, bow, longsword. All three of these weapons are insanely OP. Greatsword is also insanely OP. But I don't know, I just don't like the playstyles. That's just me. Unfortunately, yeah. Gunlance is still Gunlance. It will unfortunately permanently be in that state of existence where it is really overpowered in the demos. It's really overpowered in the demos, and then really bad in the actual game. It'll always be in that state. Because, as you know, the way Gunlance works, it scales off of raw damage and fire damage. Not raw damage, it scales off of a set damage number. And that set damage number is really good in the demos. From what I've seen, Lance is kind of weird. You kind of just spam this one move. I almost played Lance in Sunbreak, actually. You're not supposed to be able to shoot them that close to your face, dude. Oh. Getting hit. I deserved that one. See, I don't want to like get on the game for being you spam one move and win, but it's true. But the only reason I don't want to get on it is because like a lot of the Monster Hunter games have always been kind of spam one move and win. Even World was like spam one move and win, right? Like Switch Axe in World was literally spam ZSD and win. Longsword in World, spam Foresight, Eye Sheath, and Helm Splitter to win. Longsword in this game, spam your 5 counters and Helm Splitter to win. Greatsword, I feel like Greatsword gets to be 100,000% an exception. It literally had one move in older games. And then 4, it got 2 moves that you could use. Oh, sorry, 3. It got 3 moves in World, not World 4. So it was literally kind of like forced into that use one move playstyle. No, 5th gen in general is just like just looking back at 5th gen, it's just the spam one move. Dude, I'm actually so sad that they patched the SAED AED tech that was in World for a while. I think the really funny part about that too is they considered leaving it in the game, and it was accidentally in the Iceborne demo after they patched it out of base game. That was like the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Do you know what the glitch I'm talking about? Oh, I'll have to find it. You could animation cancel SAED, like the end of SAED, into an AED. It was just so dumb. Yeah, that one. No, that one was sick. I kind of wish they kept it. I remember the patch note for it. They like the way they worded the patch note made it sound like they were considering leaving it in the game. And I'm so sad they didn't. Yeah, no, it was really funny. The Iceborne demo, for some reason, still had the glitch, even though it was patched out in the actual game. Meaning the version of the demo that they released was mad scuffed. Don't ever PC. Yeah, PC didn't get the demo, unfortunately. But I remember when that, like, bug was found in base game, I used that bug so much for, like, the time it was in the game. Because it was so fun. You know what? ICE should have replaced, Iceborne Community Edition should have, reinstated that bug, honestly. Given, you know, that mod is literally just Charge Blade Circle Jerk. I remember when Ice was actually gonna be like an overhaul to like every weapon, and like God. I like that they like made Clutch Claw not like end all be all of the game, but like I did not like the way they designed Switch Axe in that game. Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. I don't know, man. That mod, I even like gave feedback to help the Switch Axe balancing. I think they took some of it, but I don't think they did enough. Cause that, like, they made Switch Axe more focused on the axe, which, as it turns out, the axe is not the most fun part about Switch Axe. The axe is by no means the fun part of Switch Axe. The fun part of Switch Axe is whipping out this big fucking sword and doing big damage. That's why people play Switch Axe. They like the sword. If you want to play with an axe, go play Chainsaw Charge Blade. Go play Chainsaw Charge Blade if you want to play with the axe. You'll do more damage. You'll probably have a more fun time. You'll have an actual defensive skill that works in the form of guard points. Yeah. Just go play Chainsaw if you want to play Axe. And before someone says, "Oh, if you want to play with the big sword, go play Greatsword." No, it's nowhere near the same. Greatsword is like big, slow sword. This is like fast, big sword. Big, fast sword is cool. Big, fast sword make Neuron go. Rah, 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 rah. Blur my investigations 114. I'm okay with not flashy. My problem is there's not fast, and then there's like... This playstyle is just kind of fucking lame. Like, Lance in this game actually looks decently flashy, I'd say. Because you do this, like, weird lunging thrust a lot, and then you have to do the, like... The, perfect guard damage boost thing every now and again. It looks cool. I think. I do think Greatsword has its flashy moments. It's just like... Greatsword's default playstyle is just kind of, like, not my thing anymore. The hit and run playstyle is just too much fun. Quick sheath, punishing draw, critical draw. It was just too much fun. Man, I need to, like, figure out what's up with my voice. It's been very quick to exhaust lately. I don't know if it's because I'm talking too loud or, like, talking... It has to be, like, some way that I'm talking that's, like, making my throat excessively tired. I don't think I'm intentionally lowering my voice, but I'm also, like, trying to be cautious to not be too loud when I speak either. But I should probably wrap up stream here. I'm kind of not sure what to do in Monster Hunter right now. And my throat really hurts. Like, through it for the past few hunts, but my throat really fucking hurts right now. Get on that DD2. What is DD2? Dragon's Dogma? Nah. See, what I've been doing with my time lately is Elden Ring and Lies of P. Highly recommend Lies of P, honestly. Unfortunately, my Game Pass subscription ran out, and I don't have the money to actually buy Lies of P on Steam, so I can't play it for you right now. Yeah, I've been just doing Elden Ring mostly as of late. I did a Pyromancer playthrough solo. Um, right now, me and my friend are doing a modded playthrough, and I'm doing a Archer playthrough on I forgot what I was saying. Oh, right. I'm doing a solo run of Convergence as an archer, and then I'm doing a multiplayer move set mod playthrough with my friend, and I'm using the frenzied scythe. It's pretty cool. Kind of OP. Oh yeah, seamless co-op is banger. Highly recommend seamless co-op if you play Elden Ring at all. Honestly, seamless co-op is just objectively better in every way to the base game's co-op. Unless you want a PvP. In that case, of course, the base game is better. Because there's no PvP matchmaking servers for seamless co-op. I like Soulsborne PvP usually. It's goofy. It's really funny. It's kind of stupid. Oh yeah, no, trust me. When I was like, if I'm just trying to play PVE and I'm too lazy to set to offline mode, I will just Alt F4 the game. I don't really care. Oh yeah, 1000%. Fortunately, seamless co-op removes like actual player invaders. It only has NPC invaders, and it's not too difficult to cheese NPC invaders. Well, I said I was gonna stop streaming, but I kind of want to keep streaming. But I don't know what to play because I don't want to play Rise right now. I know I'm waiting for my friend to come around to play something. We were gonna play more of our Elden Ring modded playthrough, but I think he got distracted talking about JJK to his friends. Oh, my FC, or at least some people that are in my FC want to do a Lethal Company night on the 8th. May or may not join that. Uh, you know, another game I've been playing? I'm supposed to help my like FC do a T clear for some people, but I honestly don't want to play the game in a serious format until Dawn Trail, and then Dawn Trail is gonna be like really hit or miss for me. Um, as of now, my plan for Dawn Trail is I'm gonna do the first raid tier on tank. Oh, I feel that. But yeah, I was gonna do the first raid tier on tank because my static doesn't feel like trying to play shenanigans on if I like Viper or not. So I'm just gonna level all 4 tanks at the start of the expansion and then level Viper, and if I like Viper, then I'll probably try to switch to Viper for the next raid tier. Pain Pecco. Yeah, I feel that. I did Cobb mostly in okay, so what I did for UCobb is my static would meet up 2 days a week and we would raid on those days as a whole group. And then like on days we weren't raiding as a whole group, a selection of us would jump in PF together and practice. And oh my goodness, people were so bad in PF UCobb. There was this one guy that literally was doing like less damage than healers on Paladin. Consistent, like not even like the dude just was not pressing buttons and somehow he got a clear. Bro got carried hard carried. And I saw him later with a clear, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Granted, I'm pretty like steeled to PF and whatnot. I don't really care what happens in PF. I just kind of like the way my brain works. Yeah, I feel that. I know that feeling pretty well. I'm just like good at going, oh, that person was annoying, or man, that party was annoying, and then just like forgetting it within an hour or two. I'm just going, oh, back in I go, I guess. But I also haven't had to PF a lot. I've been very lucky in this game. uh, uh. Yeah, you probably have better luck just getting like a static or something. Unfortunately, it's just the nature of ultimates in PF. Especially if you're doing it on like, I'm assuming you're going to Aether for PFs, because that's what everyone does now. But I started One Piece because I was bored one night. Me and my friends are at like uh the end of Alabasta. I'm personally at like the beginning of Skypiea, but I haven't continued watching Skypiea because me and my two friends started watching together, and we haven't been able to continue because like one dude's been like busy with his other friend group, and the other one's been kind of like MIA. Oh yeah, you don't have to worry about spoilers. By the way, One Piece spoilers are impossible to avoid if you watch any form of anime content on YouTube or Twitch, not Twitch, TikTok or Twitter, or really any social media, especially since like, oh yeah, you're like an arc or two or later than or further than I am. I think it's one arc if I'm in Skypiea. I think it's Skypiea, Water 7, Anais Lobby. Oh, Long Ring Island. I honestly, I never hear anyone talk about that arc, so I forgot about it. Yeah, Skypiea, Long Ring Island, Water 7, Anise Lobby, Post Anise Lobby, Thriller Bark, Sap Odie, Amazon, Lily, Impelled Down, Marineford. Smile. I hate it because it's like there's just a random chance that Long Ring Island has some like lore drop that'll be relevant later in the series if you skip it. That's like the one thing that convinces me to just watch everything in One Piece that isn't filler or isn't directly filler. Uh, hmm. Okay, I think this is about where I need my voice to be. The best argument you saw is it shows that Luffy really is only getting lucky with his fights. I mean, I feel like that was already kind of known with like Crocodile. Cause like Luffy should have died like 3 times over. And he just didn't. And that just only continued in like Kaido, where Kaido literally killed Luffy and then Luffy just comes back to life. Wait, fuck. I shouldn't have said that. You know what? Forget it, dude. You're literally on the internet. If there's no way you don't know what Gear 5 is already, there's absolutely no way you don't know what Gear 5 is. And how it happened. Smile.
Well, I am sorry. I hope I hope you don't get mad about me spoiling how Gear 5 is activated the first time. Honestly, hell yeah. One Piece is like one of those things where it's like I really don't care about spoilers because it's like there's a solid chance I'll forget what the spoiler is by the time I get to that point in the series. And also, the series is like 30 something years old or so. And it's kind of on me for not watching it until now, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of these like major plot points happened like 10 plus years ago, depending on the arc. Yep. Unfortunately for you, I can't spoil Water 7 because I don't know anything about Water 7. Okay, I know like two things about Water 7, and it's to do with Usopp and the boat. I think it's the boat. There's also water, and there's seven. There's a seven somewhere. I don't know where the seven is, but there's a seven somewhere. It's on Water 7. That's crazy. I never would have thought of that. I guess I'll just play like Elden Ring. Play a little convergence mod. What if there were seven waters? Like, what if there were seven waters? You know? Oh, why is Elden Ring loud? Oh my goodness. Us among us, among us. Is this what you guys do when you're in the same Twitch chats? Scream Among Us? I'm a little out of the loop. Respectable. Wow. Yeah, most of my FC is on retirement until Dawn Trail, so no one's really online when I log into my FC or like Exodus. People will be online if I log in on my RP to FC RP guild. I do a little RP on Balmung. Oh, hello, Mark. I kind of just log in, blaming a toilet. Am I? Ow. I forget what I said, honestly.
Oh no, I don't have a Actually, no, I do have a Balmung alt. He's just in my FC. Not my FC, my RP guild. And no, I don't have a Balmung toilet. I do not ERP in that game. I I do actual RP where we have character arcs and it's like story it's it's just group storytelling, you know? But no, I actually use my main for role playing right now. I haven't gotten to use my alt for role playing yet, but my Balmung alt does exist for role play. But he's supposed to be more of an NPC type character. My main is of course Lalil, and Lalil's little stories. He's a magnetic half loop and half Lalafell, and he's a mercenary. I'm skipping a couple details, but that's mostly because I think they're cringe, and I'm also bad at writing. But is this the one that explodes, or is this just the one that's scary? No, no Swiss Army knife penis. No detachable limbs. No, nothing that cringe. That said, I have ran into situations with people whose characters uh got like all of their limbs cut off and replaced with cybernetic limbs, and instead of having to do like a mini arc where they have to practice using the cybernetic limbs, they just were like professionals at using them instantly. There's no demon within. No demon within. I almost had a demon within, but I was like, nah, I don't really like how this is coming out. I'm just gonna not use it. Cause like a lot of my like character planning I did before I started role playing, so I went through a lot of like things that were like, oh, I kind of want to do this, but I can't write it in a way that I don't think is cringe. So I'm just not gonna do it. You know what I mean? No, I'm actually using a homebrew job. Um, so it's not even like a job actually. Um, my RP character has the ability to use, create aether weapons. So there was actually something I came up with a long time ago when I like teased the idea of role playing, and I was like, I kind of want to intertwine the ultimate weapons I have into like my character's abilities. So I was like, you know what? He just makes the weapons out of his own aether, and that ended up evolving into he can make the weapons out of his own aether, but he cannot use job magic. So he can't be a paladin, he can't be a dark knight, he can't be a warrior, can't be a gunbreaker, can't be a samurai, you name it, he can't be it. But he can imitate the like the utilization of the bladed weapons. So like yeah, kind of like Noctis, I guess. I haven't played it before, but I haven't played 15, but yeah, I guess it's like that. Um but yeah, he can like make he can make a gunblade, he can make dual a sword and shield, he can make a katana, he can make daggers, he can make any bladed weapon. Um The magnet stuff legitimately just came directly from. Oh, the other thing. Okay, I was inspired by two Monster Hunter monsters as well when I was actually like finalizing Lalil's design for roleplay combat. Shifting Miru and the two Electro, the two Magnet Elder Dragons. Of course, he's magnetic. Um, so yeah, Ruko and Rebi, and then Miru. So the way Lalo fights in like actual combat is he tends to, shift between his weapons in active combat, kind of like shifting Miru, shifting forms in combat to use like specialize in different things. So you know he'll like fucking whip out his great sword for like a big heavy swing, or like use his gunblade to like as bonus momentum for a great sword or an axe swing, and of course, sword and shield is defensive. Oh my god, it's terrifying. And then the magnetic stuff was just directly from like Ruko and Rebi. Um, I did put in some limitations because, as it turns out, magnet manipulation is kind of busted. Um, Lalo cannot do electromagnetic style attacks unless he is I forgot. He was also partially inspired by Shantian. He could effectively do a railgun, but there's a limitation. He needs to do a certain thing. So okay. I stand corrected. There was four monsters Lalo's magnet powers were inspired by. Four. This is my bad. Um, Ruko and Rebi, of course. Shifting Miru was inspiring his like bladed combat, and then Shantian was also part of his magnet. So Lalil is etherically, elementally unstable in earth, wind, and lightning, but mostly he is unstable in earth, wind, and lightning. So similar to Shantian, he can kind of like freely use his earth and wind aether with like slight extra. He can get the full magnet source from the like slight bit of lightning aether he has. I'm bad at explaining this right now. Hold on. I'm all over the place. Yeah. Let me sit down so I can like actually process my thoughts really quick and not tweak out about moving around. I'm gonna mute Elden Ring. Actually, I don't want to listen to it while I'm trying to think. Um. Okay. So Shantian's elementally unstable lore. Shantian has three elemental sacks: water, lightning, fire. Shantian has three elemental sacks. Its lightning and water sacks are actually like full sacks, they're usable. Its fire sack is kind of small and it can't really generate fire on its own. If you've seen Shantian's Phase 4, you'll notice it pulls fire out of the volcano and it can control the volcano's fire, but it cannot create its own fire. In turn, since it can control other fire and it's not used to doing it because it doesn't usually do that, it tries to do its like finishing move and like kill you, and then it's elemental sacks implode and it kills itself, right? Lalo's elemental ability is like that, where uh the he has earth, wind, and lightning, which combine into magnetism. And because his lightning is his weakest of the three elements, he cannot do electromagnetism. He can only do normal magnetism. However, like Shantian, he can absorb lightning or Levin Aether, lightning Aether, to become an electromagnet for however long his Levin, the lightning aether he absorbed lasts. And once it runs out, because I need to balance magnetism, if you've looked at the power of electromagnetism manipulation and magnetism manipulation at all, if you have looked at it, it is insanely overpowered. There's so much bullshit you can do with magnet manipulation, but so I have to implement a lot of like limitations so that he's not too overpowered, because power gaming. I mean, so here's the thing: gravity and magnetism are very different, but they're similar. However, they're both extremely scary. But yeah, no. Because pretty much every living object has some type of iron in it, you can just shred people. You can stop their heart. You can do a lot of dangerous shit with the iron in people's blood. Because it is technically magnetic. Um, and that's just the surface. That's just the surface, by the way. Because you can just straight up destroy the world if you want. If like your magnetism manipulation is strong enough, you can probably destroy a universe. Like, have you seen what Magneto can do? Magneto is insane. You can make railguns. Hell, you don't even need to make railguns. You can just make lasers with magnets. Like, actually terrifying. But yeah, because of his weak lightning sac, or like weak lightning aether, he can't create it on his own, but he can control it as an external thing. Oh yeah, not even just that, dude. Like in the comic books, Magneto is actually insanely overpowered. Like, bro, I can't even begin to describe how overpowered magnet manipulation is. It's it's so busted, just straight up. But as I was saying, because his lightning aether is weak, like Shantian's fire sac, he can absorb lightning, but after the lightning is expelled, his usual magnetic field will be severely weakened, and he can't control it anymore. Or, like, it might be stronger or weaker. It's usually weaker, because I don't really want him to kill himself when he can't control his own fucking magnetism. Smile. So, like, whenever he does discharge, like, absorb lightning aether, he'll, start having forks stuck to his face. Spoons, random rocks. Anything magnetic that's not glued to something or chained to a wall is probably flying and sticking to him. Or a sword. We're not gonna play the sword and knife game. I don't really want him to die. You know what I mean? We're just gonna ignore the iron sword in the room. Just, is that iron sword that's over there? Not there. Maybe. That would be unfortunate. It's true, dude. It would be. Um, but yeah, that's how his magnet power works. If you're wondering why he is Earth, Wind, and Lightning instead of just Lightning, because I only learned this recently, actually. Lightning Aether covers both electromagnetism and like a bunch of other things. So technically speaking, Lalo should have just been electric, but I didn't know that when I made him Earth, Wind, and Lightning. So yeah, if you're wondering why it's specifically Earth, Wind, and Lightning, I didn't know what elements would generate a magnet, so I looked it up, and I found out in Naruto, the oh my god, psychokinesis when it's gravikinesis. I hate that. That sucks, dude. But yeah, I didn't know what elements would actually make lightning in 14, so I just used Naruto's elemental system. And the way you get lightning, and not lightning, magnets in Naruto's elemental system is earth, wind, and lightning. So, yeah, that's a fun thing to explain to people who know that lightning. Yeah, it's not Earth, Wind, and Fire. No. On another note, it at least lets me do, the fact that Eulalil is elementally unstable. So he can't actually like fully like disperse his magnetism. He'll always be kind of like he'll always have like a magnetic field that he can feel things in or like pick things up in or like accidentally pull small metallic objects. Small magnetic objects to himself like Pharaoh sand and rocks. That's kind of out of his control. On another note, because of his aether weapon creation, he doesn't do like, okay, how do I do this? A lot of people do like emotional aether weapons, where like if they're angry they can, or like if they get like an emotional peak they can summon aether weapons. It is inconvenient at times. That's part of the double-edged sword of his magnetism. Um, yeah, just random rocks. On the upside, he knows they're coming. On the upside, he can feel them coming at him. Yep. On the downside, it's harder to feel like Pharaoh sand coming towards you since it can kind of just show up on your body like dust. So sometimes he is just covered in black sand, or like he just looks dusty. Oh yes, 100,000% he does that already. He already uses like the magnets in his fighting style along with like the aether weapons. Um, let's see. There was one thing. Right. Oh, okay. So there is some story as to how he gets the aether weapons. So if the armor plating is magnetic, yes. Anything that is magnetic is affected by it. The only time he can make something, or like the only time he can affect something that is not traditionally magnetic, is if he is electrically charged. In that case, he can leave magnetic tags on people, or non-magnetic objects, and have a little fun. Yeah, I don't think it's the least cringe thing I could have come up with, but I've tried my hardest to make it not cringe and make it somewhat balanced. I'm pretty much I'm the type of person where anything I write, I just think it's cringe immediately. I'm like, man, I like this. This seemed really cool in my head. I hate it. This is disgusting. It's cringe. No, there's some other things in his lore I came up with. So the way he actually learns to do the aether weapons is I came up with the idea that he'd have like a cursed soul stone or like a bloodstone, soul crystal, whatever these things are called, and oh god no, I would not do that. I actually used a bloodborne bloodstone or blood gem as like reference for it. In the lore of it, or at least the idea, I'm still working in progress, but this stone is what stops Lalil from like at least okay. There's two ideas I have for stopping Lalil from me being able to learn normal job magic, and this is one of them. This soul stone was made through like sacrifice during like I forget which era in the lore of 14 had a lot of like blood sacrifices going on, but this stone was made through one of those blood sacrifices, and it just holds not good memories. Soul stones carry memories, so it carries like pretty shitty memories of the sacrifices, the people who had it before Lalil as well. It's like pretty much a cursed object, but it carries a lot of knowledge of like the aether weapons. I don't know how it has the aether weapons in it. I haven't gotten that far in the writing, but it teaches at least the like Lalil's like scientific way of creating aether weapons, like precise. What's it called? His aether weapons uses more of a precise, calm thinking to create the aether weapons.
Is it the third Umbral era? If it is, well, then it's the third Umbral era. I wouldn't know. I haven't asked the lore experts in my RP guild yet because I'm lazy. So that's at least where it came from in my head. Attended those who did not march tomorrow left to start this. So yeah, basically, it could be really any of them as long as it's in an era where like, I know there was like the Black Mage era with the White Mages where like Black Mage rituals were pretty common as well. If that is the third Umbral era, then so be it. But you know, that's like at least the baseline for where this came from. That was the sixth. Well, it's some Umbral era. It's some era. I don't care. I'm stupid. I'll ask the smart people later. But Soulstone, this bloodstone holds the memories of how to create Lalil style of Aether weapons. And hello, hi, welcome to the stream. I should be playing Elden Ring. um, I actually got so confused for a second. Hold on. Fuck. I lost my whole train of thought, dude. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. Um, right. Lalil's tweaker, scientific, precise thing stone. The Godstone. Yep, the Godstone. He, the Godstone. On the downside, it gives you this like precise Aether control knowledge, but at the down like as of now, I think the downside. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not really scientific, but you know, it's a very precise Aether technique. You know, creating a weapon out of Aether is not easy. I'm tweaking out. I actually can't raise my voice to do that right now. I'm tweaking out. I'm tweaking out. That actually hurts so bad. That actually hurts so bad. Um, fuck, what's it called? Okay, it teaches Lalil how to make the precise Aether weapons, and in turn also teaches him other like Aether controlling techniques that are good for precision, which helps him with controlling his magnetism, his magnetic Aether, right? So the stone helps him with his Aether and helps him with, you know, having freeform weapons at will. At the downside, again, I'm still picking if I want this to be in something else in his backstory or if it's from this part of his backstory. But this or the other thing is gonna disable his ability to. Okay, no, I know for a fact this is gonna disable his ability to resonate with normal soul stones. But I don't know if this or his origins are gonna be the thing that prevents him from learning job magic or like specific job magics. Haven't gotten that far yet, but it's either this or the other thing in his life. I could go into detail on that, but I should probably take some form of break for my voice. It's very. I don't know if my voice sounds weaker than it did when I started, but it could. That's actually a good idea. I know for a fact already, things like sigil traps where you need to put Aether into them. Lalil's Aether will imbue the traps or like whatever he imbues his Aether with some type of magnetism. My character is pretty lore bendy, I will say, but like, I don't care.
See, the problem is people hear 14 RP and they think like ERP. They think ERP off the rip. They hear Final Fantasy 14 and role playing and they think ERP. Otherwise, the only other thing they'd think of is everyone wants to be the Warrior of Light. Oh yeah, no. There's a reason they're getting like an actual D&D like tabletop 14. But yeah, no, like role playing in this game, super chill. I like it. Like the only like general rules to role playing in this game in most RP scenes is you cannot be the Warrior of Light. You cannot be the Warrior of Light. You cannot interact with the Scions. And pretty much anything that's to do with the MSQ, you cannot interact with past like maybe knowing of the person. You can know of the people, but you cannot like be friends with them. You cannot be in a relationship with them. You cannot be them. You cannot be the Warrior of Light. You cannot be the Warrior of Light. You cannot be the Warrior of Light. Oh yeah, that too. But like my primary RP guild is like Void Scent Hunters. We hunt Void Scent. That's it. Um yeah, that's it. No, yeah, we just hunt Void Scent. Like here, I could pull up like some of the lore, like not lore, but like some of our recent missions. Um, one of our more recent overarching story missions is the we have this like Dark Knight, Void Knight storyline going on. Yeah. Um, we have this like Void Knight storyline going on, right? And basically, there was a group of Dark Knights that got corrupted by a Void Scent named Dagon, and we have to get the Soul Stones from the Void Knights. So we have to go to like find them, and then we have to like do a little puzzle, and then we have to fight the Void Knights. And just a little neat story. There's a bit of a extra side story going on that's been like completely shot down. Um, or like almost shot down. It's mostly because someone tried to like force their character into being the main person. Oh, let me know how that goes. I hope they clear. Get Zuckchin, get Zucchini here if I can clear, bro. Get my man's a UCOP clear. Carry him. Get him a clear. I won't help. I'm not helping. I'm retired. Let's go. um, you know, let's see what other major storylines has my RP guild had. There was our previous actual major story was called Suffer the Children, and it was like a story where a void scent had like what was it? I think there's a Wendigo. I wasn't part of that story. Lalo in character doesn't really give a fuck about kids, so he doesn't care about saving the kids. He's a mercenary and kind of grew up in like the Thonalon wilderness, so he's just like I don't care. I'm not getting paid for this. So he wasn't part of that storyline very much. So true. But I think it was something to do with a Wendigo and the Wendigo kidnapping children and like feeding off their fear or something. I don't know. It was weird. At the end everyone had to like go through some type of like traumatic nightmare. Well, everyone that was involved had to go through some type of traumatic nightmare and like face their fears and whatnot. It was cute. Um, I wasn't part of it. In fact, Lalil, instead of going to help with the mission of saving the kids, he got a job in the HR department of the guild. And so everyone goes out on that like final mission for Suffer the Children, and they come home after having those traumatic ass dreams. And Lalil's just like, "Hey guys, I got pizza. We're having a pizza party. Heard you guys been working real hard lately." No, so the reason he got the job in HR is because he really doesn't care about people's like complaints or problems, and he's really good at telling people to just fuck off. I don't care. Unfortunately, the previous HR leader is still getting all of the complaints, and I'm so upset. It was gonna be so funny. It was gonna be me and this other person who has like a similar like a similar upbringing to Lalil, where they're both like Thonalon slash Uldaw rats that just grew up in the slums, basically. Like Lalil grew up doing mercenary shit since the age of like 4 or whatever, and this other person was like a gangster in Uldaw since they were like a kid as well. So they both are very similar mindsets when it comes to like how the world works. So they were both. It was gonna be Lalil's the HR department head, and then this person is gonna be the HR department assistant, and it was gonna be funny. And we haven't got to do anything with it. Have a nice night, Potato. I should probably. It was gonna be so good. I'm so sad we didn't get to do it. But I should probably hop out of stream and give my voice a rest before my friend wants to play Elden Ring. So. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Have a nice night.